Hi everybody and welcome to another tutorial. Today I'm going to show you how to make the Delphine bracelet. So this was created by K8 Michelle on Instagram, and you may notice it does look pretty similar to the Helena bracelet that I posted just a little while ago, and that is correct. I mean, it is very similar. So this is what it looks like, and this one is actually a smaller version of the Helena bracelet, just so that you know. And let me bring up her profile really quick so that you know kind of what to look for. So this is K and then 8 and then Michelle. And I'll also have her name in the description box below so that you can check it out. So this is the Helena bracelet here. If it'll load. So this is the Helena bracelet here. And I'll be making the smaller version today. So definitely make sure to check out her account and give her a follow for me. And today you're going to need 4 bar pins set up in this configuration with 2 of them aligned 1 peg below these other 2 outside ones, which are aligned up 1 more. Then you'll need a hook, a C-clip, and 3 or 4 colors of bands. It doesn't matter if you use 3 or 4. The 4th color is actually this plum color on the back. You don't see it as much because this is like the signature side, I would think. So I'm going to teach you how to make this today. Today for these zigzags here, I had the kind of green confetti bands. I'm using neon green medieval. These are pretty cool. I haven't used them yet though. For the gold jelly on the sides, I'm going to be using cocoa. The X bands in the middle are the tarantula bands. I'm going to be using yellow, just regular yellow. And I'm going to use dark green for the capping bands on the back. So let's go ahead and get started. Make sure that your loom's arrows are pointing away from you, and we're going to layer zigzag bands first. So first you want to just put 1 across the center so that you can take it off easily, the bracelet. Then pull 1 up to the outside on both sides. Then you're going to start doing your zigzag pattern, so go in. Doesn't matter what side you start on, but I start on the left. So then just go out, in, out. If you've made the Helena bracelet, this is going to be a very easy bracelet for you. It is altered a bit in the center, but if you've made it before, definitely try this one. It's very easy. And if you haven't, then make sure to check out the Helena bracelet, because that one's very cool as well. I like them both. And since I'm using medieval bands, I'm trying not to get them twisted. I know they will be twisted when I pull them off the loom. However, once I'm finished filming, I can always just adjust them. But I like to keep them straight anyway on my loom, just because. I'm actually going to move my phone because if somebody calls me, it might be really loud, but if I put it somewhere else, it won't be as loud because I have my phone on vibrate. Okay, once you go to the outside peg, you're going to now go to the inside, and you're not going to go back out. You're just going to leave it here because we're going to put our cap band on this peg. So come back to the beginning and repeat this on the other side. I'm also going to try and go a little bit faster now, but you never know with medieval bands. Sometimes they can be really mean. I don't know what's up with my voice today. It kind of sounds weird to me, so it might sound really weird on camera. But I do not know. Oops, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to hit that. Sometimes my hand or my elbow will hit it when I'm placing, gosh, I can't talk today, bands. Definitely make sure that you are pushing your bands down. You will need the space on your loom. Oops. And last one, go in. Okay. So push your bands down, make sure that they are pushed down, come back to the beginning. Now we're going to be placing our gold jelly bands here, which is our border, like outside, like side, outside, I don't even know what to say, bands. Because these are kind of like your border, but they're also on the inside, so yeah. Anyway, all you're going to do is place a single chain on these two pegs, running all the way down until here on your loom. So it's very simple. You're just pulling it from the first to the second, second to third, and so on down your loom. You could alternate colors if you like, as you could alternate colors with zigzags. I am just doing them in one color so I don't confuse you guys. And if your bands are not pushed down, make sure that they don't overlap. Now I'm going to push my bands down again, come back to the beginning, and repeat on the other side. Okay, now once we finish that, you're going to push your bands down. I know I say that a lot, but you should. And come back to the beginning. Now we're going to place our X band. So I'm using just regular opaque yellow for this. You're going to start, sorry, my loom kind of swivels. You're going to start on the lower left peg and come to this upper right peg in the center. And then to the upper left. So from the lower left, or lower right to upper left. And from the lower left, what you did before, go up to the right. And if you do the left first and then the right, make sure that you do that all the way down your loom. I would recommend doing the left part first because I will be referencing that when we start looping. So I would just recommend putting your left bands on first. But you can always figure it out. If you're putting your right bands on first, it's just an X. Because we do have to loop the top band first, which is the one that I just put on, my lower right to the upper left. So I don't want to confuse you when you have to loop that band and you end up looping the wrong one. Okay, so once you get to here, you're obviously going to have that. So now we're going to come back to the beginning of our loom, and we're going to be placing our capping bands. So, what I like to do is take my hook and put a band on and make it into a regular capping band, just twist it on. But we are going to put it on the second group of pegs, and you're actually going to stretch it across them both. So what you can also do is put it on one peg here, just a regular capping band, and then take your hook and pull it across. I just find that it takes a lot more work to do that, so I like to just do it on my hook and get it over with real quick. So I'm going to do that all the way down the loom. Hopefully you know what capping is and that suchness. And I would recommend using strong bands for this because you are capping it and pulling it across two pegs. But it's up to you. It's always up to you to do whatever colors, whatever bands, whatever types of bands you want to use. once you reach the second to last peg, you're going to stop placing that color, and instead you're going to place on this last two your border color, your zigzag color, whichever color you choose. I mean, you could use the same as the inner color. I just think it looks nice if you do the same color as your border, which is this one. So just make sure that you push those cap bands down so that when you loop that they don't just pop right off and you have to do it all over again. And once you finish that, put your bands aside, and we're going to turn our loom around and start the looping process. So what you're going to want to do first is go underneath of this first capping band here, grab the top band of your X band, which for me is the X band that's on the right, and you're going to pull it out to the side. Then go in here, just grab this other one, pull it off the peg, and pull it out to the side. Okay? Then go underneath of this capping band, go in the right side if you placed your left bands first. Just grab whichever band is the top band and pull it out to the side. Go in here, grab this band, pull it out to the side, just like that. If you've made the Helena bracelet, this should be a familiar process to you because we also did this in that bracelet. So pull this out to the side and repeat all the way down your loom. If you just follow what you did on the last peg, it should be very easy, especially on this one. You pull it out to here, so you're going to want to go up, not back down. And I'm looping my last ones right now. Just like that. Now you may want to push these down. Actually, you probably should push all of the bands down if you can, because when you're looping the border you will need the inside and outside pegs to be pushed down. Okay. So now what you're going to do is go inside of this cap band here. Just grab that zigzag band, or whatever band is in there, which should be your zigzag band, and just pull it out to itself. Again on this side, just pull it out to itself. Now you're going to go underneath of that band that you just looped and underneath of that X band that you pulled out to the side. You're going to grab the top band, which should be your single chain band going forward. And then again, go under that yellow band, pull the next one forward. And you're going to just pull up that single chain all the way down the loom. Make sure that you're only grabbing that single band and not your zigzag bands as well. A lot of times I end up accidentally grabbing a zigzag band, and I can feel it on my hook, so I will probably just like pause and get it off. That's why I might stop in the middle of looping. So then again, just push these down so you have room to loop your zigzags. And repeat this on the other side, again going underneath of the zigzag band and the yellow band, just pulling that one straight up. And again, once you get to the top, always push your bands down. And now we're just going to loop our border bands. So go inside of this peg, grab that very bottom band, your zigzag band, pull it to itself, and mine will probably get really twisted, so sorry if I pause and do that. You're just grabbing the bottom one, pulling it to itself, grabbing the bottom one, pulling it to itself, all the way down the loom. So it should just be going from here. It will go in, out, in, out, in, out. And my bands will get really twisted, but of course, I will fix it later. I always fix my bracelets after I finish, because if the need arises, I can always just have them ready to go and not be all like twisted still. For whatever reason, somebody would want one of my bracelets. And just pull that last one up to the top here. Come back to this side. I'm having trouble going underneath of these bands today. One of the main reasons I don't use like pearl bands or the sticky kind of bands in my tutorials is because they will get twisted. And many of you may know I hate twisted bands. So these 600 pack of dual layer bands though are pretty nice. They don't twist as much, and when they do, they're really easy to untwist, unlike the sticky ones, which are very hard to untwist, but they look really nice when you finish with them. And again, pulling that last one up to here. Then just go to the very bottom, grab that last band that's pulled across the two, and hold on to it. Then go in here, grab the other half of that band, put both ends on your hook, and I'm now going to pull this off the loom. It's not super stressful, however there is a little bit of stress on your bands, so make sure that you don't break them or get your finger snapped in them, like I have done multiple times. Okay, so this is the back side of the bracelet here, and this is the front side. So as you can see, my bands are pretty twisted up in here, but they're easy to fix. So that'll be it for this video. Thank you for watching. Make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe, and follow K8 Michelle on Instagram. You can always pull these, by the way. And I'll have her name in the description box below. So that's all. I hope to see you next time.